Hello, Professor. This is a quick demonstration showcasing our progress or our work in the recommendation pipeline project. So let's start by running our Neo4j database. We can also see that our MongoDB here is running. Let's try and execute our first script, the app.py, which is responsible for user authentication and tweet storage in MongoDB for later batch processing. Let's see, it's running on port 5002. Let's use Insomnia to showcase it. Let's add a user, for example. It says that it was added successfully. Let's check it out. Here. Oh, it's normally here. Here she is. Let's try and add a tweet now. Seven. Let's try and add this one, for example. Let's update. 12. Here she is. Let's now try and run our second script, which is the API responsible for connection to Neo4j and manipulation it. So let's go here. So let's try and run it. It's the new dot. But before doing so, let's note that Neo app is integrated with Kafka for processing of tweets for sentiment analysis. So we should first run our Kafka container since we are using a Docker container. So let's put it. Let's try and run it now on port 9092. Here it is. It's running now. And now let's also run this. So this is the script that takes care of processing the tweets and extracting the sentiment analysis, then saving it into the graph database. Here it is. It should be running now. So let's try and run our primary script. Here she is. It's running on port 5001. So let's go back into Insomnia. So let's check beforehand a Neo4j database. Let's check the users that we already have. For example, here we go. We have 4 users. And let's see if we can add a user and also do sentiment analysis to his tweet. So let's add a new user. Let's give him an ID of 21. Let's give him a name new user. And this is, for example, what he's saying. Let's send it. Normally this should register into Neo4j now. There you go. So let's run this query again. Okay. So now we have one more user here. As you can see, it is the name of the user that we used. This is his post, I like Neo4j. That's good. Let's see if it has any sentiment done to it. And let's see if it has any connection to the hashtag graphs. So let's check the new user. This is his tweet. And we can see that they now have another relationship with the sentiment node, and it is of type new. And lastly, there is the recommendation part. So you give the user ID, and then You send the request, and then the response is a JSON format which gives the hashtags which are interesting for the user based on the tweets that he tweeted or the hashtags that he submitted, and then it gives him the related users or the recommendations, the usernames which he might like to follow. So there is this user, secondary user, and this other user who both have wrote tweets on these hashtags. So which is why they got recommended for this user. And that's it.